Thank you, Mr. Buchanan.
You're welcome.
Clint! Good. Do you have plans for this evening?
Nothing special.
Do you want a treat?
Vicky.
Not that. Jessie's going to her prom tonight. Thought you might like to come over and see her off.
Oh, you bet I would. Give me a chance to meet this new fellow, too. What's his name? Darcy?
Yes. Please be nice. She's having a very, very difficult time with not going to the prom with Christian, okay? I'll see you about 7 minutes.
I'll be there.
Good. No, you may not smoke in the office.
All right. I've got the message loud and clear. I'm about to spend some of your newspaper's money. I'm not sure how much. I don't even know what for exactly or whether it'll lead to a story. Is that agreeable?
Just remember to get receipts, that's all. Oh, wait a minute. Does this involve some form of self-destruction?
Probably not, but it does involve the Buchanans. Have you given much thought to rats and squirrels?
No, I can't say I've spent much time on that,
Well,
no.
they're both scavengers. They both fight when they're cornered. They both carry horrific diseases, and they procreate with alarming frequency. But squirrels, because they're furry and bushy-tailed and operate in broad daylight, are welcome in our backyards, on our trees, and our windowsills. But they're still rats with furry tails. I think Drew Buchanan's a squirrel.
Really?
Now, I can't put my finger on it. When I do, it'll probably get bitten, but every instinct I have tells me there's a story here. Possibly related to Blair Manning and Patrick Thornhart's accident, and maybe even involving a scam of some kind.
Do you think Drew is part of that?
Yep. I want to go down to Nashville, see if I can find his mother.
Oh, well, that shouldn't be terribly difficult. You know, when I think about it, I don't know very much about Drew Buchanan. His mother took him away from us when he was just a baby. Actually, you could talk to Kevin because they're housemates, and he might be able to give you some kind of idea.
It's good thought.
It's very intriguing. Please let me know if you find out something.
Deal.
What a good bird. What's that? You talking to me? Huh? Oh, you talking to me, huh? Get it? See, it's... Oh! No, relax. It's not real. It's just when I'm hanging outside of Shorty's isolation hellhole, you know, that way maybe she can dream about flying away. Hey, it was just a joke. Now, come on. You know, if Thornhart hadn't killed the perfect marrow donor for Star, then I wouldn't have to wait and wait. Make sure that Shorty's gonna be okay. Maybe Blair would be here, you know, for Shorty. I think Thornhart damn near took away everything that I have. I'm gonna make him pay. Really sorry I had to drop you at Vicky's for a couple of days, but you know, the trip to Ireland was well worth it. You nearly spilled the whole ball of wax about Thornhart's past, and now I'm just gonna make sure that it catches up with him. You wouldn't believe what it cost me, but you know, what else is money for? If you can't use it to protect the people you care about and destroy the people that are out to get you. I got a great plan. Ooh, hello. This is Todd Manning calling for Guy Armitage.
I keep thinking that I should be doing something to help Rachel. But I can't think how that doesn't involve my lower back or my hamstring. Actually, I can't even think, period.
Just be real still, honey.
Okay.
Sip your guarana and wait for it to kick in.
Oh, wise man speaks. Who'd ever thought that Mother Nature would come up with something as good as coffee?
Oh, this is just the most stuff. How am I going to get everything in my little dinky car?
Here, I'll help you. Well, I want to help, but I think I'm stuck.
It's okay, Mom. It was my idea to move anyway. Look, I'm cool with dealing with it on my own. You should not crawling around on the floor anymore.
I'll give her a hand.
Oh, will you stay put? You're in no better shape than I am.
It's baseball.
Baseball?
Yesterday with Mill.
No kidding.
Running bases, sliding.
Oh, hell on your knees, but great for the quads.
Oh, you're not kidding. Here, check this out, honey. Feel that hard as a rock.
Oh,
I'll
my
tell you.
God, that's fabulously hard.
That feels good.
You know, this is the reason why it's a good idea for me to move.
Okay. I don't want you to think that I think it's okay for you to be moving out, but will you please let me pay for a mover to help you? I mean, you still have some big pieces up there. You've got your bed, with the big mirror, the bookcase.
Okay.
Okay? Okay.
But I gotta take the basic stuff over now. Is that okay?
Watch this. Thank you, honey.
Mama, I'm so impressed. I'm gonna do this by myself.
Oh, I want to go with you.
Thanks.
I got to stick around here and have a bite with Drew, but if you give me a rain check, I'd like to come over too.
You know what? You got a deal. See ya.
That was awfully good of you. Gives me a little time with Rachel. Thank you.
I know, I figured. Plus, I do have to go get some real food. Yeah. Now, for Drew. For Drew, only Drew, of course.
I know. I hope you have a nice dinner. Drew needs you. Especially since it's become apparent that Ace is trying to put his hooks into him.
To do it. I'll do it myself.
No, actually, you know what? My muscles begin to loosen up a little bit. It's amazing how the human body bounces back. Especially with a little guarana in it to rev the engine.
You're really hating my leaving, aren't you?
Yep.
Why?
I don't know exactly. Maybe it's because, you know, waiting up for you, I was reasonably sure that I was going to nod off at a decent hour. And without having you here, I have no idea how to figure out what hour it will be that I nod off at. I don't know.
Well, have you considered going to bed and not worrying?
Nope. Oh, look. Oh, look, 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 look. Oh. These were on your feet when Hank and I brought you home from the hospital.
I know. You told me that when you gave them to me.
I remember getting back to the apartment and taking these off and just staring at your feet. The most perfect little brown feet. With curled up little toes and the sweetest little crease in the sole. I think I fell madly in love with you in that moment.
Really?
Well, I'd always been in love with the idea of you, especially since the conception, but you were just so specific to me at that moment. I mean, you had these powerful little legs and this little grin, and you had this little, cute little cry. It just was amazing and very exciting all in that very same moment.
That's so sweet.
That love, that very specific love that I had for you has never, ever changed. And I think that's why when I make mistakes or say stupid things, it hurts me as much as it hurts you.
Look, it's a two-way street now. See, I've made plenty of my own mistakes. No one forced me to put that spoon underneath my nose. And you know, I know that you busted your butt for years to be a good single mom. I know that.
You do?
Mm-hmm. Just want to make sure that you knew that I knew.
I know. I do. Oh, look, you're only going to be 10 minutes away. For goodness sake, I can handle that, you know? And you'll get hungry. I know you'll get hungry. You'll just call me in that little plaintive voice. I'll hear, Mom,
meet me at the diner.
Ow.
Do you know, I took these guys to rehab with me.
You did?
Yep.
Was that to remind you of you having such awful controlling parents?
No. I couldn't feel the love anymore. So I would hold these guys up. And I remember that there was a time that you and Dad loved me.
I never stopped loving you, Rachel. Never.
I know. I know that now. I mean, you had to do what you had to do. It was me who had to make the changes.
And you did.
Yeah, with some help. People at rehab. RJ, who understood exactly how I felt. And Drew Buchanan. See, he helped me learn to trust you and Dad again.
Drew Buchanan? Why? What kind of trouble is he in now?
I don't know if he is in any, but you sound like you wouldn't be surprised if he were.
Not at all. I don't trust that guy.
Well, tell me some more.
Is there a story in here somewhere?
If there is, it's mine, buddy boy.
All right. No more pulling fast ones. At least not on you.
Wise youth. So, tell me about your cousin.
He lies. He told everybody that his mother was dead. She's not. And then he used that line to throw Bo into a major guilt trip about not being a good father. Now, what are you doing?
I'm packing.
Do you want a suitcase? I have one.
No. Always travel light when you're on the road. Suitcases are for tourists.
And then there's Drew and Kelly Kramer. Kelly and my brother Joey were a very hot item before he went abroad. And ever since then, Drew's been doing everything he can to try and break the two of them up. Everything manipulative, that is. Nothing honest, nothing direct.
Those big qualities for you? Honesty? Directness? Then did you ever say anything about this directly to Drew?
Absolutely, yeah. The night that Kelly and Joey broke up, in fact.
That must have been something.
Got a little heated, and then Drew went slamming out the door after Kelly.
That would have been around the same time as Thornhart's accident. So did Drew link up with Kelly?
I don't know. You don't think that...
No, I gotta wonder. Now, will you keep this to yourself?
All right, yes. I mean, I don't care what happens to Drew, but I won't throw Kelly to the wolves.
All right, much appreciated. All right, buddy, I'm out of here.
Have fun.
Yeah.
Mel. Your, luggage has a leak.
Yeah. You gotta remember to patch that thing up.
How do you feel about salad niçoise?
Niçoise, never heard of it.
Try it.
It's just tuna fish salad.
Yeah, with olives.
Well, maybe in a little bit, Dad. I'm not crazy about salads.
Sure. Good to see you.
Yeah, you said you had something important to talk about?
Your new job.
Hey, did you hear I got a promotion? I'm a vice president.
Really? That's great. Congratulations. Yeah, I'm glad to see that you've found your family niche. Just wish the new job didn't involve a threat to the economy of Angel Square.
Wait a minute. Now, Asa says we're just improving that district.
Is that what Asa says? Got to be true, then.
Why are you always cutting Grandpa down?
I think I'm being realistic.
Oh, and I'm not? Lately, I've seen him a lot more than you do. Have you ever thought that you're missing something?
Yeah, I'll tell you what I'm missing. You. You spend so much time with him, I hardly ever get to see you. You know, what, do I have to pay you a salary to spend some time with you?
Well, did you pay me a salary to come here today? I came because you asked. Some visit this has turned out to be. God.
Drew, look, I know that you have all the talent and determination of any Buchanan, but I've seen Asa try to mold people into things that they're not. Then when that mold cracks, it can be painful.
Yeah, did that happen to you?
No. Right now, I'm thinking about Clint. Asa tried to turn Clint into a little Asa clone. So Clint ran away at 16 years old. Never looked back because he couldn't take it anymore. And it took years for Clint and Asa to patch things up. I don't want to see that happen to you.
Dad, I'm not 16. And I'm definitely not going to let Asa step all over me. I promise you.
See.
This salad's not bad.
That's great. Look at this. Here we are. We're communicating like a couple of adults, huh?
Yeah, I like that.
Dude, what the hell are you doing here? You're supposed to be at work. That does not mean listening to Bo tell a bunch of lies about me.
There. Now you have a mezuzah. And God will watch over your new home.
You're willing to give that job up to the big guy?
We've always shared it before. So, what bedroom are you going to take?
Well, I thought since Taya found the space, I would give her the master bedroom.
What? The other one's a closet, for goodness sake. You signed the lease and put down the deposit.
Mom?
Okay, not going to say a word.
What do you think? Should we clean the floors now before the big stuff arrives?
And deprive Tay of the opportunity to get to know a mop? Oh, I just think that hardly seems fair.
Nora? In case you hadn't noticed, I have no problem mopping things up.
Hi, Tay.
And since Rachel paid the deposit, I thought I'd keep it simple and hired a cleaning service to come over.
What a great idea.
There's a coffee maker here somewhere. Shall we christen the place with a café con leche?
That sounds great.
No, thank you. I'm going to have to pass.
See, Mom's sworn off caffeine.
How did you survive the withdrawal?
I didn't. Until I found this fabulous natural substitute called guarana.
Guarana?
Yes, guarana.
Chica, didn't you pay attention in product liability? Natural on the label doesn't always mean healthy. I mean, caffeine occurs in nature, in coffee, tea, cola nuts, and guarana. No wonder you survive withdrawal.
I understand your wife and daughter are on the road to recovery. You must be very relieved. Yeah, I'm relieved enough to get focused on the business at hand.
For God's sake.
Well, you don't like birds. Well, if I'd known you'd had a bird, I'd have suggested conducting the interview elsewhere. Oh, why? He's harmless. Look. Oh, come on. Now, look here. I'm familiar with your paper, but frankly, I'm puzzled. It's not like the Sun to be interested in my purchase of the local radio station. No, that's got nothing to do with it. See, the fact of the matter is that everything you say is controversial, and the Sun thrives on controversy. So I wanted to do a feature interview with you. You know, find out what your views are. Anything you wanted to talk about, international policies, whatever floats your boat.
Well, where shall I begin?
How about in Ireland, huh? Heard the peace process broke down. I mean, can't they do anything right? Well, who are those jokers anyway?
Well, it was inevitable. Now, you see, we were dealing with a politically fragmented society, completely incapable of any cohesive action, and as prone to bickering as they were under their tribal chieftains 1,000 years ago.
So you're opposed to unification?
Absolutely. I mean, look at it my way. They're always bellyaching about the British presence, but you must remember it was an Irish king who invited them over in the first place to smash a neighboring king who he couldn't smash himself.
Right, so the Brits are there to keep everybody civilized, huh?
Well, exactly. I mean, take 1916. You have 2 years of them fighting the British, and then 4 years of them fighting each other, in order to build a nation whose prime export is what? Irishmen.
Well, babies and whiskey, but I had heard that things were kind of turning around there lately.
Yes, but how long is that going to last? And then they'll be back to blaming their economic stagnation on some so-called malignant influence of the British. I tell you, I'm sick of the lot of them.
Well, okay. Can't tell you how great it is to have your perspective on these things, Guy, but I got to tell you, it's going to be a hard sell here in the States. See, some people still remember a little conflict that we had with England a little while ago. Something about taxation without representation.
That's a ludicrous comparison. America was an unsettled frontier. Ireland is a stagnant bog.
Oh, Alex, go away.
Oh, Todd, don't just take a minute. I have some wonderful news. Why, you little devil.
Guy Armitage, this is Alex Olenoff, Landview's former mayor.
Pleasure to meet you.
Oh, the pleasure is entirely mine. Todd, what I rushed over to tell you is that I've just come from my daily vigil at Star's bedside, and I am delighted to say that for the very first time when I left, she was smiling. I'm Star's benefactress. She owes her gift of life to my bone marrow.
That must have been a painful process.
What little pain, the true pain I felt this year was at the loss of my beloved husband, Carlo.
Oh, yes, my sympathy.
Thank you. I understand you lost your life partner as well. But I am so filled with hope from Todd's little girl that I just could throw handfuls of it like confetti to all the other bereft souls.
I'm right in the middle of dinner.
Like I care. I know exactly what you're up to, Bo. You probably told Drew here that I get a big kick out of pushing little old ladies off the sidewalk.
No, that's one I haven't heard, Pa.
Yeah, funny. Well, I don't do that. But I'll tell you what I do. I work hard, and I win. And that is what I'm teaching Drew. What are you teaching him? Jane Fonda workouts?
No, we're just trying to mend a few fences. You remember what Jessica said in the family meeting? Buchanans have to stick together.
Let it go, Bo. Let Drew work for me. Let him learn what a Buchanan is really all about.
I'm not telling him whether or not to work for you. That's his decision to make, but he's still fairly new to this town, so I'm just trying to give him a perspective on the waterfront and on Angel Square.
Forget it, Bo. The horse left the barn. Drew was with me, right, Drew?
Right.
I heard that you and this little Miss Kelly moved out of the carriage house.
You did?
Yeah, we did.
Then it's true that you are living in that snake Dorian Lord's place?
Well, that's just temporary.
Oh, you can say that again, because it ain't gonna happen. I happen to have one of the biggest mansions in the state of Pennsylvania, which is half empty. Go get your stuff. You're moving in with me.
Now, wait a minute. This timing is perfect. Rachel's moving out. You can stay here for a while, Drew.
Bo, why would he want to do that?
Well, I mean, it wasn't so bad here before.
Well, sure, you're comparing it to the flop houses you call home. You live with me, you get a section of my place that's forever. Maids, butlers, a driver, at your beck and call.
It's up to Drew. Nora and I'd love to have you here.
Thanks, Dad. I mean, it's actually really is kind of crowded here. But maybe next week we can go, go work out or something.
Sure. No, I'd like that.
Oh,
Is that
Mom,
better?
This is a disaster. I'm not even going to this stupid prom. I shouldn't even be sitting here. Someone might look in the window and see me.
Oh, Jessica.
Oh, my God. Oh, that's it. Forget it. I'm not going to the stupid prom.
Honey, come back. Sit down,
No,
please.
no. Not that this has to be the most perfect night of my life. I mean, how can it be when I'm not even going with Christian? But I can't walk in my heels. My hair looks something out of, like, The Young and the Restless or something. And I don't even know my dates. This is going to be so humiliating, Mom. I'm not going.
Sweetie, come here. Sit down. We're just going to brush all that nonsense out of your hair. Come on. Please. Jessie, sit down.
Really brush it out.
Yes, I'm going to brush it out. I don't know why those hairdressers always want to make your
So
hair look
puffy
so
and-
puffy.
Ugh.
I know. There you go. Okay. Oh, you're so beautiful. So beautiful. All right. Now, let me make a little suggestion, okay?
Yes, please.
The lipstick that you're wearing is just, I think, a shade off. If we correct the color, I think you'll be a lot happier with the way you look.
How do you know so much about makeup?
Listen, after years of having Dorian Lord's face this close to mine half the time, I think it was inevitable that I would learn something about the art of cosmetics.
Well, I think I'm done spazzing.
I think you're handling everything beautifully.
Really?
Oh, really, really. I think it's remarkably mature of you not to have just put your life on hold when Christian decided he couldn't take you to your prom. Why don't you give me that lipstick over there, okay? I think...
Oh, my God. Darcy must be early.
All right, okay. No panic. Take the lipstick, take the hairbrush, go upstairs, get ready. I'll head him off at the pass. Don't fall! I'm coming!
evening, Miss Carpenter.
Chris?
ABC Sunday.
Chris? Well, this is a surprise. We were not expecting you.
Oh, I know. I thought I could still take Jessica to the prom. Is she here?
Is she here? Yeah, she's here. She's upstairs. I'll get her for you, all right? Why don't you wait in the library?
Okay.
Jessie! Jessica! Christian is here.
What?
Christian is here. He came to take you to the prom.
Mom, that's impossible. Darcy's coming any second.
I know.
What am I going to do?
Well, that's up to you, darling.
Oh, my God, maybe I should take Chris.
Well, I don't think that would be very fair to Darcy.
Oh. Well, I can't let him see me like this. I'll be right back. I'm going to go change.
Chris? She'll be right down.
Okay.
Okay.
You look amazing.
Thanks. You, didn't go to Philadelphia.
No, I mean, I drove down there. It's just when I got there, the artist freaked out and got into a big fight with the dealer, and they canceled the show, so...
Oh.
Here, I got this for you.
I really, really wish you would have called first or something, because there's a little problem.
Hi.
Darcy. Hi.
What's going on?
Darcy came to take me to the prom.
Oh, yeah. You know, you're right. I should have called first, I think. How many dates do you have tonight, Jessica?
I don't know. Dad.
Well, sweetheart, you are a sight for sore eyes. You're beautiful. Oh.
Dad, you know Chris? Chris? Darcy, this is my dad.
Good evening, Mr. Buchanan.
Pleased to meet you, my boy. Pleased to meet you.
Clint? Hi. Why don't you join me in the library for a drink?
Is she taking them both?
I can't wait to find out.
Well, hi.
Trey, you remember that I said, should those shares drop below 43 1/8, we should unload them.
Did you know that he was a widower? He looks so sad to me.
Yeah, he's also filthy, disgusting rich, but you probably knew that already.
Well, the only thing I care about is giving to others. But I will remind you that I've always prospered most when I was being of service to my public and my community. That looks like a man in need.
Of service.
Because I am your best friend in the world, I will tell you that sometimes your word choices are absolutely deplorable.
I don't know. Might be good for him.
You think? How can we show him that? Most men have a much more visceral reaction when they meet me than guys seem to have. But perhaps that's because he has such a broken heart over the loss of his wife. Like my heart is broken over the loss of Carlo, wherever he is. Perhaps it's my job to heal him.
Well, here's a little tip. Talk about how England has a right to authority in Ireland. It really turns him on. Want a drink, big guy?
Scotch, neat.
Come, I want to show you something. Angel Square at night. Oh, it's so beautiful, isn't it? All the lights twinkling. Of course, lately, with the conflicts and all the uprisings and, dare I say, the word insanity. You know, when I was the mayor, I did the best I could to protect the people of Angel Square.
From whom?
From themselves. They're not always aware of what is really in their best interest.
That is extraordinary. That was exactly what I was saying to Manning just now about the Irish.
No, don't speak to me about the Irish. I know how you feel about them, and I won't have it.
What do you mean by that?
Because I adore the Irish. I hold them close to my heart. I embrace the way they look at the world through childlike eyes.
Yes, well, I expect most of what you heard about me is rubbish. But like the residents of Angel Square, I recognize that the Irish sometimes don't know what is in their best interests, and I feel that it's up to me to try to protect them from themselves.
Oh, you dear misunderstood man.
Guy, here you go. Final single malt.
Well, Manning, you certainly failed to convey the passion of Miss Olenoff's spirit.
She's passionate, all right.
Oh, yes. Didn't you recently shoot your husband in a fit of passion?
Well, it wasn't actually me that shot him.
Alex, zip it.
Unfortunately, I am not at liberty to tell you the full story of my struggle for exoneration from those charges. Todd has an exclusive with the Sun, and I must honor our arrangement.
That's a pity. I would have liked to have run your story on the front page of my London paper.
Oh, with a picture?
Well, of course. Who could resist such a beautiful and passionate face?
No.
Oh, well, I suppose I won't be running the story after all. But I would be fascinated to hear more about it. Off the record, of course. Perhaps you'd care to join me for dinner at the Palace tonight.
Oh, unfortunately, I'm busy this evening. Shall we say tomorrow?
And then they'll be back to blaming their economic stagnation on some so-called malignant influence of the British. I tell you, I'm sick of a lot of them.
It's a good thing Alex came in when she did. Tori Windbag would have gone on all afternoon. I think Alex's timing was pretty good overall. I mean, I think she's going to be a great big help with Sir Guy. All right. Get back to tweaking this article. You know, you should have seen Patrick the other day at the Palace. When he took one look at Guy, he almost blew a gasket. When he reads this article, he's going to go bananas. And of course, he won't be able to keep his mouth shut. So what he thinks about Guy is going to be a matter of public record. I'm telling you, this is total bilge. It's like a public service, letting the readers know what Sir Guy thinks about everything. Of course, it's not as big a service as throwing Patrick Thornhart into a deep, dark cell for the rest of his life. You're gonna hate me for saying this, but it's like killing two birds with one stone.
I almost forgot. This is for you.
Oh. Wow. They're really pretty. There's something kind of old-fashioned about wrist corsages, you know?
Is that bad?
Oh, no. It's really, really nice. I was just looking at my mom's pictures when she went to parties when she was younger, and she had a wrist corsage, too.
I'm glad you like it. Here.
Wow. I've never seen one like this before.
Yeah, I made it myself. You know, from the flowers from the that grew out of my mom's backyard, and I got some vine and I wrapped it all together. That's so original. My mom just sent me the flowers to get mine. Yeah, well, yours is also a lot bigger and probably a lot more expensive.
What, you think that matters to me? I mean, how much it costs?
That's not what I meant. Are we still gonna go to the prom together, or?
Yeah. Christian, I asked Darcy to come to the prom with me.
Yeah, but I'm here now, and I think that we should go together.
Darcy, would you mind waiting in the car?
Sure.
Christian, I would like to go with you, too.
Well, then tell him to go home.
No, you don't understand.
What's to understand? It's your prom, I'm here, and I think that you belong there with me.
I can't. These are really pretty. You're so talented.
And if you all like that last song, you're going to pick up my new album just as soon as it comes out. Okay? I'll be back in a little bit. Thank you very much.
Section is fine. I think they do. Thanks, Jay.
Coat of many colors.
I beg your pardon.
You remind me of Dolly in her early years. Jolene, Joshua. Big city looks with that pure, simple voice of a girl in a church choir.
Becky Lee Wild.
Mel Hayes. Did you write that song yourself?
I did, actually. I did while I was sitting next to a picture of Dolly and me that my papa took at the Grand Ole Opry when I was a little girl.
Whoa. Imagine. You're a wonderful songwriter.
Do I detect a northern accent there, Mr. Hayes?
Yeah, I'm Yankee through and through.
Well, how do you come by your appreciation of country music?
My family's Irish, and country music has its origins in ritual Celtic songs.
Is that so?
May I buy you a drink, Becky Wild?